Now, my friends, one thing that I think everybody, and I mean everybody, could use work on, myself 100% included, is listening. I think listening is so underrated. I think it is unbelievably underrated. We have this idea in our society where the person who's talking the loudest or just moving their mouth, just making sounds, even though they're not articulating properly or their message doesn't have any logic behind it, that they're the ones who should be praised, that we should act like they do. We should cut off people when they're talking, jump in front of them, respond to them before they can even finish what they're saying. When in reality, folks, I think listening is so valuable. I think this whole idea of seek to understand and then to be understood. Because what happens is, naturally when you're in a conversation with someone, you have certain things that you want to say, certain things that are important to you, certain things that have come up in your day or whatever that you want to complain about. And as the other person is talking to you, a bad tendency that people will find themselves in, myself included, 100%, is I'll already be thinking about what I want to say. And as I feel like this person is wrapping up their sentence, I would just start nodding my head and be like, yeah, man, that sucks. So anyways, and then go into my thing. Not realizing, being like, Daniel, be in the present. Not only do you want to give respect to this other person and what they have to say because you genuinely care about them. If you care about them and they're telling you something that's important to them, you should listen. If it's important for them, it's important for me. Furthermore, not only am I just being in the present to be respectful to them, but also it's a really good habit of, imagine you're in a disagreement with someone. Imagine you're in an argument with someone. How many times, I believe the majority, 99% of arguments are because of a misunderstanding. Is because I think you think a certain way, which is not true. You think that I think a certain way, which is not true. And we're trying to clear it up, but because we're having a shouting contest and we keep cutting each other off when we're talking, we can't get on the same page. When in reality, we're both pointing to the same thing as blue. It'd be as if I say, that is not red. And then you say, yeah, that's not red. That's not green either. No, I said it's not red. Even though we both agree that it's blue. And not the roof, I meant the sky. So I really do think, my friends, when you're out with peers, when you're out with coworkers, do not undervalue the importance of listening. When someone is talking to you, the greatest thing that you can do is listen to them. Give them your undivided attention. Look at them in the eyes. And just really don't think about anything else. Don't think about what you're going to say. Don't think about how you're going to respond. Just look at them and just listen. One of my favorite things, that I have so much respect for, is when I ask somebody a question or I say something to them and they're looking at me right in my eyes. They listen to what I have to say and it's pause for a brief moment. And that pause tells me that they're actually processing what I said, that they're thinking about it, that they're taking it into consideration. Because the problem I have is, like, when you're talking about something and someone cuts you off in order to finish your sentence, it's like, yeah, I get it to a degree. They're trying to help you out. But to another degree, it's just like, did you really know what I was going to say? Or is that your best guess assuming what I was going to say? Well, isn't that going to lead to more misunderstandings? How about you just wait and let me finish my sentence? So sometimes, my friends, I know what we want to do is we want to nod our heads and we want to add in, we want to contribute to the conversation. He says, hey man, what he did sucked. Yeah man, that totally sucked. But sometimes, my friends, it's just listening. Attentively, without having to say anything, just looking and making eye contact and really, really thinking about what this individual is saying, processing it, and giving worthy feedback. Or commenting something that is worth 2 cents, if you will, that is of value. What you'll notice, my friends, is people really, really, really like people who listen to them. Therapy, counseling to a huge extent, is just you're finding someone to listen to you. There is not a single human being on this earth who doesn't have anybody to talk to complain to. And if that is the case, if they don't have anybody to talk to, a best friend, a parent, whoever, a spouse, that they can just talk about their complaints in life, their goals, their this and that, people can go to really scary places. Because social aspects are extremely important to mental health when we're talking about depression and falling into a rut and just lethargic and not wanting to do anything. And a large part of it is, honestly, my friends, just having someone to talk to. You'd be amazed by the amount of people's days that you could make better by just listening to them. I've had friends of mine who, oh, Dan, I'm going through this horrible thing. I'm like, yeah, man, what's going on? I want to listen to you. And they go on and they start talking, and you listen to them and you give them your undivided attention. So if I'm listening to you, my body language isn't going to face away from you. I'm not going to be on my phone looking up and saying, yeah, oh yeah, totally, for sure. I'm going to be facing your way with my body direction, shoulders facing you, making eye contact. And not only giving you my a sound confirmation, but a body confirmation that I'm yours. I'm listening to you right now. There was a few phrases, a few statements that I heard that were absolutely incredible whenever you're sitting down with someone that you could use to make them feel like they are the most special person ever. Okay, ready? I'm going to give this one to you. This is one I use quite a bit, and it's incredible because it really makes the person who you're with feel like $1,000,000. Ready? This is what you do. When you go to meet your friend for a coffee, this is best done one-on-one. When you go to meet your friend for a coffee, or you go sit down somewhere, or you go out to a whatever, right? They come over to your place. You sit down, you give your exchanges. Hey, how's it going? Da, da, da. And then I want you to look at them. I want you to look into their eyes and say, hey, and give their name, so-and-so. I just want to let you know, for the next, however long you're here, for the next 2 hours that we're here, you are my number one priority. Nothing else matters. My phone is on silent, not school, not work. Right now, I just want to listen. I want to listen to everything that you have to say and what's on your mind. And don't think about being rushed. I want you to take your time, explain yourself thoroughly, and if you want me to comment at any point or get my opinion, I will happily do so. The floor is yours. Now, my friends, you don't have to recite that perfectly. I kind of just was taking the spot, off the top of my head. But basically, the essence is you want to give someone this idea because it's not wrong. You're saying, hey, me and you are out together right now in this digital age where face-to-face is not the easiest thing. But I mean, there's so many options for texting online and even FaceTiming online that being there in a physical presence, I feel like has an extra specialness to it. So when you can say something along the lines of that, of what I said earlier, where you can tell the individual just how important they are. And really, I was not lying about any of it. When I'm out with a friend, it really is just me and them. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about school. So just making that evident, saying that out loud and being like, hey, right now, man, for our coffee, you are my number one priority. Nothing else matters right now. I really sincerely just want to sit and listen to what you have to say. So please, by all means, when you can do something like that, there's not going to be an individual. No human being is going to go, what's wrong with him? That's weird. No, man, that's dumb. Even if they're weirded out by it, even if they're taken back, they're going to laugh or like even blush or look down and be like, nah, man, I want you to talk too. But the feeling that it gives someone, this feeling of, wow, I'm appreciated. They respect me. Because when you're indirectly saying, hey, I care about what you have to say, you are also saying, I therefore care about you as well. Because your thoughts are important to you. You're important to me. And therefore, the equation would tell us that your thoughts are also important to me. Now, I know what the backlash is going to be. Daniel, what if I don't want this person to talk? Daniel, what if this person is annoying? What if they talk too much? My friends, please be genuine. I would much rather, have you genuinely just, don't ask them questions. Don't say that if you're not interested. Rather than insincerely going, hey, I just want you to know, you're my priority right now. So whatever's in your mind, just shoot, and I'll, like if you're not interested, if you're disinterested, please don't lie. Like just don't say that. Don't say that, man. Make it easy for everybody involved. But really, that's one that I've used, and every single time I've used it, it's made people feel really good from their facial expressions, from the way they react. And then they do go on 10, 15, even 20-minute rants or just talking about their life, and they feel freaking amazing afterwards. And how this all ties back to the listening is you learn so much from listening. It is unfreaking believable. Many of the answers that we seek in our everyday lives, we actually see, or I guess hear, from our conversations, but we don't pick them up because we're not attentively listening. Because what happens, my friends, is when you are attentively listening to someone, you can put pieces together. You can ask them questions about certain things, about certain topics, thus get their view on different ideas, and their stance on different positions, whether it be political positions or whatever. And it can really formulate, your relationship with this person, how you view them, how you think they view you. And overall, listening and observing will give you an unbelievable amount of knowledge, not only for your own self-awareness, but to better know whoever you're having this conversation with.